everyone, this is Ronica, and this morning I'm having a snack or a meal while working at my office, and I thought about business meals and what really is a business meal. So I'm inspired to do this video for two reasons. One is there's a recent law change on business meal, and the second reason is what really qualify as a business meal, because I think that it gets a bit more muddy in terms of figuring out what qualifies. People normally able to know what they want to eat. People normally know who they want to have a meal with, or whether they want to buy a meal for their team or something like that, and basically where they want to go eat. What's your favorite restaurants or favorite place that you like to go have lunch? That's the easy part. But the harder part is what really qualifies as a business meal. And in order to know what qualifies, you also need to know what does not qualify as a business meal. And just to give you a little insight, the law look at business meals literally like this. You have to eat regardless if you're in business or not. So they previously allowed you 50% deduction for meals eaten while you're conducting business. So this means that this meal should not be just for the sole purpose of the business owner, like me just sitting in my office eating a meal, ordering Uber Eats or something like that. That's the sole benefit for me. I'm not really transacting a business. I'm not networking with someone. I'm not buying meals for my entire team or anything like that. That's just for the sole benefit for me. So those meals are normally not tax deductible. So to look at the meals that are tax deductible, for this year, you're gonna get 100% tax deduction for meals that are consumed at a restaurant or provided by a restaurant, that you order it from a restaurant. Complete already cooked meal from a restaurant is 100% deductible. Previously, meals were only 50% deductible. So let's see, say in previous years, you spent $4,000 on meals. Previously, when you file your tax return, you only receive a $2,000 deduction, even though you spend $4,000. Now what Congress is saying is you will receive 100% deduction, that entire $4,000, as long as this meal was provided or consumed at a restaurant, in order to help the restaurant industry that was extremely impacted by COVID pandemic. So what really is a business meal? So a business meal is a meal that is consumed for the sole purpose of conducting business or for the benefit of your employees or your team. So those are normally what business meals are, or meals where if you invite the public out to a marketing event or show and tell, then that would normally be business meals, because you may be giving away free food or something. If you're having like a retreat for your employees and meals is provided, those are the type of meals that are considered business meal. Or for example, a lot of you may go to networking events or basically have meetings with your providers or people that you do business with, and those also are business meal. So you see that in those examples, the meal is benefit other people other than the sole business owner or the business owners themselves. So what the IRS look at in terms of business meal is the expense that they're saying it should not be lavish or extravagant. And how do you really determine lavish and extravagant, right? But they don't want it to be lavish or extravagant. They want the taxpayer or your employee to be present at the meal or whatever food or beverage is consumed, someone that you're conducting business. If it's not your employee, then someone that you're conducting business with is also present. Business travel meals are also deductible, even if you're the only person that's traveling. Why that has special requirement is because you're away from your home, and your travel expenses would be deductible as well as your travel meals. What about meals with spouses? Meals with spouses can be deductible if your spouse somehow participate in your business, whether it's a formal participation on paper or not. For example, having a meal while you're working like you do each day and like every one of us is not really a business meal. Buying groceries, taking it home is not a business meal. Picking up coffee on your way to the office is not really a business meal. You know, I know a lot of you may argue with me, but you know, according to the law and the rules, those are really not business meals. So hopefully this will help to wrap your mind around basically separating what are business meals versus you're just feeding yourself type of activity, like when you're working during the day and you just have to eat, have a snack, try to have 3 meals per day or a few snacks in between to be able to differentiate from those activities. And of course, the IRS and their auditors still want receipts for business meal and for the receipt to state the purpose of the meal. I know they're still very old school, so that is still a requirement in 2021 that you will still have to scan in those receipts, send them to your admin or something like that, but just make sure that you have documentation of these meals if you want to continue to take 100% deduction for those meals in 2021 and tax year 2022, and it looks like it will go back to the 50% deduction in 2023 and after. Hope this helps. Thank you so much.